Hey, what is up, everybody? Jump in here, and right away I have to give a shout out to Marcus Dozer for sending me this link. The link will be in the description if you want to check out this article. But yeah, this is a pretty hilarious and somewhat interesting article I read. Apparently, a couple congressmen are actually trying to pass a bill right now in Congress called the We Are Watching You Act. It's somewhat of an anti-Kinect bill. What it will do is that it will give the consumer rights to be able to not actually have to have a device like the Kinect in their living room. You pretty much would have the right to choose, do you want it or do you not want it? Do you want to pay for it? Now, this bill would eliminate the ability of a company to say that something is mandatory for you to purchase or for you to have that can potentially spy on you, that can listen or watch you. So I really like this idea that the consumer would be able to either opt in or out of any type of device that can do this. Now, the Kinects, of course, you can cover it, turn it to the other side of the wall, or even pause it. And they say that if you turn off your Xbox, it's not going to work at all. It's only going to be listening for one command, and that's it. But a lot of people are afraid of this in light of the NSA scandal, that if you have your Xbox even turned off, can it still see me? Can it still listen to me? All these little things like that. And just the fact that you have to have it connected at all times for your Xbox to work, this is really making people concerned. Now, the two congressmen are Mike Capiendo, who's a Democrat, and Walter Jones, who's a Republican. So this is a bipartisan bill, and that's always nice to hear. Anyway, this really shows how worried people are about their privacy. Now, personally, I really don't believe the Kinect is really intended to spy on us. I almost feel that it's kind of crazy to say that oh, the government's going to use Microsoft to spy on us, to see what we're doing, to listen to what we're talking about. I don't really buy all that, but at the same time, I understand why people are so worried about things like this. And after reading about this bill, I kind of hope that this would be passed. Now, I'm not saying it will. It might not even ever be voted on. It might never be complete. But if it did come up to be voted on, I would wish that they would pass something like this, because it's kind of nice. Because it doesn't just deal with the Kinects. It deals with any device that a company would pretty much impose on a consumer and say it's mandatory for you to have this. And all this would do is give you the right to choose to not have it, to either opt in or opt out of it, to say, I don't want it, I don't want to pay extra for it, it's something that I'm not interested in. I don't want something in my living room that can hear what I'm saying and can see what I'm doing. So that's pretty much it. I will talk a little bit about the NSA scandal, though, because this is something I wanted to actually bring up, but obviously I do videos about gaming, so it's kind of off topic. But yeah, this whole NSA scandal was pretty disturbing, and I do think Microsoft or Xbox made a terrible decision when they went ahead and they released all the information pre-E3 about the Xbox One. They pretty much was talking about how, yes, you do have to be signed in at least once every 24 hours. You have to install your games, DRM, all these things we found out about. But they also talked about how you had to have your Kinects connected to your Xbox for your Xbox to pretty much work. Just a little bit later that same day, where they released all this information, is when the Verizon NSA scandal came to light. So I just found that to be so hilarious. Like, wow, this is the worst day ever for them to release this. Because when people read that you have to have your Kinects connected, and they were already talking about how, oh, the Kinects might watch you, and could be used to spy on you, and all these other things. I remember when the original Kinects came out. My friend Snide, you guys might know him. I told him, yeah, man, I bought me a Kinects. And he said, oh, you should never done that. I was like, why? It's like, man, the government, they'll spy on you with that. And I just kind of took it as, yeah, that's kind of crazy to think that, but I don't know. But even all the way back then, like I said, there was people like my friend who they were concerned about things like that. And now, in light of this scandal, this is like kind of a big deal to people. I don't know. The thing about the NSA and this whole scandal with you don't really have privacy. I mean, yeah, of course it's terrible. It's a terrible thing that has come out. But at the same time, personally, I've known about this for a long time. I've been involved in the politics, and it's one of my passions. I like politics, I like history, I like gaming. That's what I'm into. I got to be honest. And a lot of you guys might not have known that. And I have pretty much known that yes, the NSA and that the government do use cell phones to spy on people. I mean, this information was made kind of public in 2006. It's finally out there now, so everyone will know, yes, this has been going on. And to me, that's a good thing. I like the fact it's come out because the only way things will ever change is when you can piss enough people off. When people can finally wake up and see that, yo, this is going on. Because the people that I listen to politically, they've been saying this for since like 2003. Like, that's the thing. I've been hearing about this forever. So for this to finally come out, it's kind of like, yeah, kind of knew about that. The same with the IRS scandal. I've known forever that the IRS is a political weapon, that it can be used in that way. So that wasn't a surprise either. And once again, that was another thing that was it was good that that came out publicly so people can know this now and it will piss people off. Hopefully things can change. The reality is this country was founded on the idea that the government was going to be open and the people would have their privacy. That has been flipped on its head. Now the government has to be secret and the people cannot have their privacy. And unfortunately, a lot of people are willing to give up their privacy for the sake of safety, which is like one of the worst things you can ever do. You're giving up your liberties so yet you could be safe. And the reality is that no matter how much the government spies on us or they snoop around and they see what you're doing, I personally believe that that's never going to make you safer. It really isn't. Even Benjamin Franklin warned us about the danger of giving up liberty for the sake of safety. Here's a quote. They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. End quote. That is fantastic. And it really does relate to the events of today with the whole NSA. It's very true. The founding fathers were brilliant. If you go and you read some of their quotes, you'd be surprised on a lot of things they were saying and warning us about way back then will relate to today with politics and government. It's really insane, but that's something that you guys should do. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I found this to be pretty interesting and hilarious. I don't know if this is ever going to actually happen, if this bill will ever be passed or even voted on, but I do like the way it sounds. I like the fact that it's basically just giving the consumer the right to choose do they want a product that could potentially listen to them or watch them, and if they don't want it, they don't have to have it. I like that idea. But that's pretty much it, guys, so I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and favorite this video for me, and tell your friends about my channel. But be sure to subscribe, and also have a very nice day, and peace!